What jobs are the least susceptible to automation? Counseling. Maintainers, i.e. plumbers, electricians, carpenters, AC techs. I think pretty much everything can be automated in the very long term. But therapists will be among the last to be automated, along with AI research scientists, mechanic or automotive technician, whatever we want to call ourselves this decade. Unless they build a Terminator robot to do this job, I don't see it getting automated. Though modern cars have gotten way more reliable though, but even they break down eventually. Basically, any skilled trade. Throw our buddies the plumbers, HVAC guys, and a few others in there too. The oldest job in the world. Data entry. Not because it can't be automated. The technology has existed for decades. No. The point of data entry is for someone to suffer, and a program can't suffer like a human can. Writing code for the machines maybe? Service jobs. Trial lawyer. Any job that requires discretion. Things like product testing, policing, counseling, interior design. Things where the majority of the job is a judgment call. The trades. Maintenance of said automation machines. Those fuckers break and people need to fix them. Not a bad gig to have either. Being a mom. Moms usually give birth. But even if they are not the birth giver, the amount of multitasking and complex decisions being made to keep a household running with a child around and taking care of the kids' needs is staggering and beyond automation. Children also need a warm touch and hugs. Ages ago, there was an experiment with baby primates where they could choose to climb on a cold wire frame dummy with a warm milk bottle or a furry warm dummy with no food. They chose the furry warm dummy all the time. Good luck automating a mother's love. Healthcare. Heavy mechanic here. As more and more is becoming autonomous in the mines, there will still need to be someone to fix and maintain them. Engineers. Software developers. Can't imagine a robot checking my prostate. IDK. I'm going to go out a limb. All the jobs we thought would be first to be automated. Think about it like this. Right now, what does Domino's or Pizza Hut really pay for a delivery driver? Basically nothing. Replace that driver with a self-driving car and now what do they pay? They have to pay for a vehicle. Insurance. Legal liability. Complaints that can't be shuffled onto fucking Daryl or whoever, and a whole lot of other mess. Even if you outsource this to a third-party contractor who provides the vehicles. I mean, that's not really any less complicated, is it? Financially, it actually makes zero sense. Just keep hiring people to deliver your pizzas with their own cars for tips. These companies don't have any real overhead or responsibility here. Why take it all on? I think this applies broadly honestly to a lot of lower-paying jobs where a machine might do the job better but would also shift all the burdens to the company when right now they get a lot more out of just leaving things as they are. Why buy expensive robots to stock all the shelves at the grocery store when a desperate 30-year-old will do it for a fraction of the costs? Machines will have to get a lot cheaper before companies start using them in a lot of these areas. And even then, do the companies want to take on all the extra costs and liabilities that come with them? Sleep testers, graphic design, artist, cinematographer, anything that falls under the genre of art really. Handyman. Lots of people work in oil refineries around where I live, and there's no way that work could ever be automated. Stand-up comedian. My immediate thought is therapy. I just can't imagine AI getting to a point where they can solve subjective issues unless we can simulate sentience within them. Even then, We'd have to make their lived experience as close to a human's lived experience as possible for them to even relate to us in the first place. With the exception of very specific types of psychotherapy, no amount of theory can be put into therapy effectively without that strong therapist-client relationship. Any profession involving discussion, debate, investigation, and engagement with human emotions, such as law, physics, engineering, grief counseling, etc. Being a good parent, I'd say truck driving. There are so many other things that I do as a driver than just drive. Also, highways are incredibly chaotic. And that is when there isn't inclement weather. I know they're working on it. But I wouldn't trust an automated truck around my family. From what I've heard, we're looking at a decade plus before it gets to any practical level. And even then it'll probably be only on specific routes. The trades, the level of robotics, and cost effectiveness will never balance out. Engineering roles. Fixing cars. Software development. We build the automations. A lot of people ITT seem short-sighted. The automators. Programmers. Self-writing code is a nice headline, but it will never happen on a scale and complexity large enough to replace developers.